There we go. Now we have audio.
Are we sure about that? Should we check?
No, we're good.
Okay.
We're good.
Can you hear us?
Yep, they're good.
It's okay. Our viewer will tell us.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, hello everyone, and welcome back to Chapter 4 of our 5-part adventure. And today, our protagonists are absent. Instead, we have Ken playing Trunk, we have Gabe playing Elmira, and Chelsea playing Absolution. Also of note, we now have special little BTTV emotes. So tell me, how do we use those? Because straight up, I actually don't know.
So if you are, if you have the Better Twitch TV extension or BTTV extension,
That's why I can't do that.
You are able to use those emotes, and my channel will interpret them. Anyone with the extension will be able to see those emotes. And essentially, what I always like to do, and what I've always done, is whenever I have an emote, I don't want people subscribing to me for an emote. I want people to give me money for the sake of giving me money. So all of my emotes are also posted on there for anyone else to use.
If you don't have that extension, can you see the emote?
You will not be able to see the emote, but you will be able to see the text. So if you know which emote everyone is referring to, you can still laugh along. For instance, I can't see them on my phone because my phone doesn't have it. So yeah.
Nice. Okay. Fun, interesting times.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm going to stop fiddling and trying to figure out a browser extension in the middle of the stream.
Yeah.
And last but not least, there's something I was saving so that it's on camera so we can talk about discussing boundaries and limits in tabletop RPGs.
Woo.
Right, so I've already spoken to you about this, but you have not. So, Trunk and Elmira. People don't know this because they don't exactly talk about it, but for like 2 decades, they've been in a asexual romantic relationship. Are you comfortable playing this?
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's very easy. We will never have to roleplay Kinky Time.
Man.
Also, I'm figuring we know each other well enough that we don't need to use any, like, X cards or safe words if you're uncomfortable. I figure you guys know me and each other well enough to be like, I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm a Christian, get me out of here!
This is a Christian Minecraft server. I don't want your furry roleplay.
Our furry, non-sexual roleplay.
Yeah. I mean, that's the most sexual kind of all.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing, though. Like, all the roleplay would be you guys, like, emotionally supporting each other.
Yeah.
And, like, cuddling and spending quality time.
And it
I'm
just works
uncomfortable.
out great. Oh, this is so acceptable for my Christian Minecraft server.
It's a very big difference between, usually it's Leland and Salas.
Yes,
I
I was so on board for this as soon as I heard about it, because I'm like, this is like the exact opposite of the hate boner that Leland and Salas have for each other.
It's a chance to prove to our viewers that we actually...
We don't actually hate
Yeah,
each
we're
other.
friends. We don't actually hate each other.
Yeah, this is good.
Classic.
That's why we're all here in the same room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of all being here in the same room, if you guys remember, the way that Trunk and Elmira made their exit was grabbing Grace and bolting for the door.
Yes.
Absolution isn't there. Absolution is actually still down in Echelon 5, so we're going to be cutting back and forth.
Okay.
Trunk and Elmira, however, with Grace, have ducked behind some crates. You guys ran down a hallway, deked past a few people, clocked a few out when needed, and have made your way into the mailroom. From here, there's 4 doors, and you have protection along 3 of them. 2 of these 2 doors have people coming down them, coming towards you, where you have protection with cover.
Sorry, can you say it again?
that
was a whole lot.
Yeah.
You guys have gone down some winding hallways, and now you're in the mailroom. There are 4 exits.
Okay.
3 of them, there's enough cover for you guys to be protected. And 2 of them, where you guys have cover, there are enemies approaching.
I see. So we should go for the one that's covered with no enemies.
Yes.
I mean, we could, or we could kill him.
Okay, I'm actually going to have to try and do the voice now.
You don't actually have to
do this voice. It's give me a sample here. So
Lack of shame.
Talk fast, really high.
Talk really high.
You know how
do a falsetto?
Yeah, like a falsetto, I can kind of do it.
No, you can do it. You can't kinda. You got it.
Okay, well, this is how we talk now.
And basically that, but you just fucking swear a fucking lot. You're really aggressive and you got problems with people and you want to clock them in the fucking face.
Right. Fuck. Shit, fuck. Yes. Alright, I'm in. I'm a character.
My poor Christian Minecraft server.
Fuck your Christian Minecraft server.
Now you're making it like she sounds southern now.
No. Side note, have any of you guys watched the Letterkenny animated shorts that they put online?
Right. No, I haven't.
It is basically them as kids when they first met, and that's exactly the voice that they do. Every single one of them. They're just like, "Fuck you in the poop! I'm gonna kick you in the poop hole!"
God.
And it's just like, that's amazing.
That sounds very Rick and Morty.
Well, yeah, she's not Morty. I can't believe you've done this to me. Okay.
Okay, you guys align and prepare to make it break down the unoccupied corridor where there's cover for you guys to duck behind. As you do so, there's a few arrows that whiz by, and one of them knocks over. There's a couple of them that go shunk, shunk, shunk into a crate on top of another one, and that last one knocks it down. There's a bunch of letters that fly out, and one of them actually falls into your lap. It's addressed to Salus, Vesta, Leland, Elbjorn, and Red.
Man.
Got it.
Yeah, well, I'm
Whose
grabbing the
lap
letter.
does it fall on specifically?
Volume-wise, Trunks.
Okay.
Trunk has the most lap, so statistically it's probably him.
Okay.
They didn't fucking include us in this letter.
Well, they didn't really know about us then. we only signed on a little bit later. Okay, time to go.
You guys book it past, right after that volley, you guys run as they're reloading, so you avoid any hits, and start making your way down the hallway. You duck behind a few sets of cover as there's guards that turn around, and Elmira is laying down cover fire when we cut back to downstairs. Well, down elevator, ferry, elevator.
Smash cut to Absolution drinking a nice cup of tea.
Yeah.
Actually, right, Absolution went up to, check out his employment, right?
Oh, he did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are with Charity waiting in line at the main office when you see 40 guards. You count them. This is an obscene number. All leaving. You see them actually, abandoning key posts. Whatever's going on must be big.
I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave the bank right now, and follow them, but very discreetly.
All right. Charity follows along with you. So you guys see that they're all heading towards that elevator that goes down to the train car thing. They head down, and there's one that's clear of guards that you could probably sneak down onto.
I do it.
All right. You make your way along, you sort of blend in with a bunch of other miners and stuff going back and forth, and the elevator slowly slides down. As the elevator door opens, there's a guard that turns around, two of them actually. One of them goes, and you're basically desperately holding up a shield to defend Charity from a number of different arrows coming towards you, when you hear almost like the sound of someone walking into a bus pole, like a boom, as you don't really see. It's a big flash of blue light, but there's a draconian that comes in and literally just punches one of them in the face and sends them going shunk, sweeping out the other one's legs and just out of view.
Nice. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, it turns back to you. You want to thank me? Come with me.
I come with him.
You guys fans of Tammy?
No.
Good. You see that this area has been emptied out, but the train car is inoperative. There's guards who have been running down the rails, and it looks like they've turned down the power. A lot of lights are dim here. Meanwhile, Trunk and Elmira and Grace have turned down a few winding corridors before making their way to another room. Here, this seems to be a lobby of sorts, and for a brief moment, you guys got there right as there were people going down one way and down the other, and you have a quarter second to book it across, or into another side passageway.
Yeah, walking across.
Yeah. following Elmira.
All right. You guys run through the lobby, and right as you're like, it's a big central room, so it's one of those like very cookie cutter, like it's a square room. And you guys came from here, you're going there, and there's doors. You run past, and right as you're running past, you see like 15-ish guards all like running that way away from you. You sort of quietly chuckle and make your way outside of the lobby.
Well, shit, they really cared about that Tammy bitch.
Well, clearly not enough to keep pursuing us.
True.
Keep in mind, she was only HR, and she was kind of bad at it.
Well, I mean, she was giving them their paychecks, wasn't she?
And now she's not.
I thought they would just give up, you know, after,
As you guys turn a corner, you see that there's a number of Squirrelfolk, Green Torgs, and Skytouch that are being held against walls forcefully by a group of guards. They've all got crossbows up, and they seem to be interrogating them.
Jump in.
How many guards are there?
Yeah, how many guards? That's an important question.
Well, the thing is, if it's just you guys, there's 12 guards, way more than you can handle.
Ah.
But there's 20 prisoners. Or detainees, I guess, in this case.
Charge in.
Yeah. Fuck it.
All right.
Hey, dipshits, it's us! And I'm charging at the first one. Knife to his throat.
All right, roll weapon.
Dice.
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 You get 5 dice.
Easy there, Adam Neely.
Wow, that's not very good.
Well, it was also 5 dice. So.
Oh.
Practice roll. See? Much better.
Much better.
That's a 15 plus 5. That's 20.
All right. You run past, and there's a shower of blood across the walls. You take one down. The guards panic. You see them all turn towards you and unleash a volley.
I'm gonna cut the head, like as she's attacking the first person, I'm gonna cut the head of the second.
All right, roll weapon.
I only have 3. Unoptimized builds, Will. Unoptimized builds. Alright, so that is... that's 11.
All right, you swing a big, heavy greatsword in an enclosed space, and it gives them enough telegraphing space to back off and get some distance. As that happens, however, you're wearing full plate, and these guys are using broadhead arrows. They fire a volley at you, and they all just kind of plink off.
Ideal.
Very ideal. I don't want to be taking damage. This is an NPC. I have to give him back to Will in perfect condition.
As you're doing that, I'm jumping up on your shoulder and giving them the finger. Like,
Roll performance.
social 0, 1 dot and perform. Let's hope it's a 6. It's a 1.
Oh.
I got a 1, well.
Can I assist?
Yes.
That's your performance?
Yeah, 4 dots of performance. You don't know this, but man,
He can perform.
fucking he can perform. That is 20.
Okay.
1, bitch.
Helping you
So,
out.
yeah, you clamber up, and you're like, fuck you! And then you quickly, like, then go back down, as there's like, foom, foom, foom. And basically, you just sit there, and you're like 8 feet of muscle, and you go, not today! And you just clock a dude in the face. And as that happens, the prisoners start to riot. 2 of them mob one of the guards and take him down. There's a couple prisoners that get shot, but other than that, they overwhelm the guards and help you get through that situation. After turning a corner, since this is a hallway you know and there's nothing you want in the other direction but guards, you make your way back to the area where there's an intersection between the elevator and that long tunnel.
Because we're on the main level, eh?
So you guys are on Echelon 1, which is right below the island.
Okay. We gotta head for the elevator. Man, that's Morty. This is a hard voice to do.
Just don't do a Marty voice.
Hey, fuck you!
Oh,
I'll do
that's
whatever goddamn voice I want to do!
Rick!
Rick! Well, Morty's alright. Ah, jeez, Rick! Ah. Yeah, it's the same voice.
Well, we should consider what's happening to our friends. We saw some of them going down as we left the building.
Well, I'm sure they can handle themselves.
At this point, Grace turns to you and goes, "Hey, mind if I use you to make noise?"
Go ahead.
She takes the knife she recovered from Tammy's throat in the escape and holds it by the blade. With the hilt, she bangs real loud on your breastplate and goes, "Riot, motherfuckers! Riot!"
Well, that works.
I like this chick.
At this point, you don't hear anything until you hear more like... And there starts to be a roaring that you can hear echoing throughout the crack.
Nice.
Appears to have been effective.
I'll say. Let's get in there! I pull out knives, and well, I guess I'm not charging yet. Well, which way's the charge happening? Which way do we hear these yells coming from?
Well, you hear them coming mostly from deeper within the mine. As you turn off, looking towards where the rails sort of trail off into emptiness, that's where you hear a lot of the roaring. And as you turn back, you see an unconscious guard like roll along the floor right to your feet. You see
I stab him.
You finish the job. You see Charity, Absolution, and a Draconian you don't recognize coming down the path.
Question. Actually, I'll save it for later.
Okay.
And now, have I met Absolution before?
Yeah. She was at Grandma's house.
Okay. What took you so long?
Is Absolution a male or a female?
Male, but there's no reason you can't gender bend Absolution. There's no, codified reason for him to be a dude.
Okay. Anyway, continue.
What took you so long? We killed Tammy!
What?
Yeah, we killed Tammy!
Wow.
Put a knife in her bitch-ass throat!
That's crazy.
Yeah, well, now the guards hate us.
And our friends were left
Well,
behind to fight the rest of
They
them.
can take care of themselves, I'm sure. Listen, we
Wait, you left them behind?
Well, that was, listen,
How many guards were there?
like 5.
I just saw 40 of them
There
running
were
away.
roughly 20-ish.
Should we
there
not
were a few
go
more.
get there?
Listen, Leland looked pretty sure of himself.
Well,
He's got this.
we know Leland, and he's...
You're right, he's an idiot.
At this point, the Draconian sort of gestures into the empty nothingness. Well, I don't know what you guys are doing, but I got a shit pot to stir.
Sounds gross. Hey, sir, if you don't mind me asking, what was the weather like when you were born?
Well, I was born one morning when the sun didn't shine.
Man.
Actually, as this happens, he rolls a perform check for a 12 and sort of leans in and goes, "They call me Steel Fist. I was born one morning when the sun didn't shine. The first thing I did was pick up a shovel, come down to this mine. Drizzling rain. They call me Fighting in Trouble. It's my middle name. Raising the cane brake by an old mama lion. And they say that if you should happen to see me coming, you should step aside, and it's recommended. Or at least that's what I tell people."
That's wonderful. You go stir that shit pot.
I think he's lost it.
Well, the mines can be a very dark place. We've seen some of the horrors. Imagine what he would have had to have put up with.
Fair point. So are you planning to come to the elevator with us? Or are you going that way?
That's my question. Are we fighting up or down?
Well,
Aren't you guys on the same floor? You haven't gone up or down floors, have you?
yeah, we haven't gone up or down floors. Well, my first thought would be we need to secure the docks as a way out.
All right. Then we can bottleneck him in the elevator.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yeah, I like that plan. Listen, man.
I start going that way.
All right, you guys make your way down the long
2
rail
hours.
hallway. From a decent ways away, you can see that there's one more elevator that comes down, but this must be the last of the guards coming to check in on the situation. There's maybe 4 or so.
Kill him.
Yep.
I attack one of them.
All right, you charge forward and unleash a swing. Roll a weapon. We're also we're doing narrative combat, Theater of the Mind, so you guys have off turns and stuff. And I'm going to basically do a turn where you guys have a chance to pick your actions, the enemies will, and we're going to keep them moving.
14.
14. You run in and set off a nice big cut, keeping them disrupted.
I'll also move in to attack the guards.
All right, how are you attacking?
Just moving in with the... What do I have?
Greatsword.
Greatsword, that's it.
Alright, roll that weapon.
How many guards did you say there are?
4.
4.
Okay.
That is 10, 12... 19. I forgot to add my physical in that first attack roll.
Nice.
Alright, so as Absolution sort of forming the crux, you move straight behind, and with your greatsword, you're coming out on both sides, keeping them back. You take down one of the guards, but there's 3 left.
So as you do that, I'm like jumping off your shoulders into the air saying, "You go low, I'll go high!" And I'm jumping up, and I'm throwing knives at the guy in the back. The guy furthest in the back, because he's a rat bastard coward. And he deserves death.
Yeah, let's roll some of that weapon.
Yeah, look at that. Shit. Ooh, nice. That's a 25. For throwing a knife.
Alright, you throw a knife and it embeds in the guy's shoulder. He's like, ah! As that happens, Charity and Grace aren't really fighters at all. Charity lets off a pot shot with a wand she's been smuggling for actually pretty good.
That is some solid
For a
solid
16,
damage.
which manages to take down that guard in the back. Grace lunges at a nearby one with a dagger, but isn't effective enough to hit. Steel Fist helps break things up. You've now got 2 guards down and 2 standing. That last one that's standing, he reels in and gives a nice big slug. So, 6, 12, plus 4 would be 16, plus 5 would be 21, plus Affinity, I believe, would make that 26. And he converts 25 of that to damage. So he doesn't really harm the guard, but he pushes a guard 7 squares. He just goes boom, there's a flash of bright light blue light, and the guard just skitters along the ground.
So there's one guard that's standing near us right now?
Yep.
Okay. I'd like to take an off turn.
Alright, go for it.
I'm going to attack him. 16.
Alright, 16. You lay down a few more nice choice swings, keeping this guy at bay. At this point, he actually tries to deke around you guys and run down the hallway. He goes, "Ryder's making it to the elevator! Ryder's making it to the elevator!"
I'm chasing him.
Alright, you're fast enough.
Can I tackle him?
Yeah.
Can I trip him, actually?
Yes.
Do I need to actually roll for that or no?
Nope, that's just a
Yeah.
benefit, so you just do it.
All
As
right.
this guy's running, he's like, "Ryder's in the hallway! Ryder's up!" As you basically just go and sweep the legs, and he goes flat face down. He is by default flanked as you close in.
Slit his throat.
Yeah, I'm coming up. So,
Oh, I think you deal damage too, like a weapon attack.
Oh, okay. That's what I was wondering.
Slit his throat. Slit his throat. He's on the ground.
well, hang on a second.
Really easy.
18.
18. He's on the ground. He's still kicking and moving though.
So, Elmira lunged at this guy, threw a knife in midair.
Yep.
Wand spell hit him and he's dead. She has been slashing at him, his corpse on the ground, not realizing he's dead. This guy tripped. She's gonna jump. can't she just land on his head? Like, curb stomp this motherfucker?
It's not very
Depends
heavy.
if it's a final blow.
It's not a weapon attack. What would I roll to curb stomp him?
That's really more of a how do you want to do this when you kill type of thing.
Gotta do an attack.
Fine. Okay, I'll do it. I'll do an attack. I'll throw a knife at him. Dang. 6, 11, 13, 18.
All right. So effectively, after that first hack from Absolution, he starts to back off, like, and he trips and he's like, "They're in the." And at this point, like, he's running, he gets tripped, he falls down, and he sort of like scrambles, and he's scrambling backwards. And as he turns around and sees you, down he goes.
Nice. And so now there's just that guy that's like 7 feet away, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool.
You guys have cleared off these guards and are able to move on towards the elevator. It's unattended when you get there.
All right.
Is that guy still alive? The guy that got pushed?
Yeah, he's still alive.
Steel Fist.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, that guy should be going. That's my mistake. Combat's still going.
Okay.
Anyone else want to take turns? Because
Well, have the turns gone back again, or would we be taking an off
yeah,
turn?
off turns and things. Because I took an off turn to do that.
I just took an off turn too.
We can go back to turn order.
Go back to turn order. Let's do that.
Okay.
Steelfist runs up to grab the dude that he threw.
If only there was someone with a chain here who'd grab him and pull him in.
Yeah.
If only.
If only there was someone to berate him as he did that.
So, Steelfist apparently is more than just fist. As he runs towards this guard, the guard's just sort of like, no, no, no! And he grabs him by the scruff of the neck and just throws him at you guys.
I'll cut him in midair.
Go for it.
Just
Hold your sword up as he comes at you.
basically. Alright. Alright. 20.
Alright. You baseball bat him out of the air and he's down.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, I'm scampering. I'm
To the
running.
docks.
You guys scamper into the elevator and activate the controls. They're really simple. It's a button, and that's the most advanced you're ever going to see for an elevator. You guys sort of, and it hovers and makes its way up. You hear a ding, because it's this old dwarven tech, and the door slides open to a volley of arrows that rain in.
I'm gonna brace.
Brace.
Yeah, I'll dodge.
Right, it's just 7 across the board, 7 damage.
Oh,
Okay,
I don't
so-
even need to brace.
Yeah, okay, we're good.
Yeah, where's my threshold?
You have a threshold of 5.
Ah, thank you. Alright, I am bracing, or I'm dodging, and I guess I just duck behind Trunk.
Yeah, Grace and Charity are, again, like, non-fighters, so they're very much, like, using all of you guys as shields. As this volley heads in, you sort of tuck behind them, and Trunk just sort of stands there like this, while Absolution raises a shield, and you just just knock aside the volley and charge through.
Man.
There's one guard on each side of the door with a halberd. There's 3 of them that are, like, further ahead, actually firing the volley at you guys. They're probably about 12 meters away.
Are you charging at them?
I mean, yeah.
We should charge at the guys with the I'm gonna charge at the guys with the arrows. Multiple.
Alright.
That's what I'm doing.
Because if you're charging...
where were the halberd guys?
On each side of the door.
And then past the door is the arrows.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, I'm hanging on to your back, because that's where I dodged to avoid arrow fire.
I say that, yeah, Absolution can go for the archers. I'm gonna just kind of grab one of the guys.
Throw him into the other guy.
Yeah, grab one of the guys and chuck him into one of the other guys.
Alright,
But
roll
we
a
are-
weapon attack for the grapple.
Okay.
And then I'm going to say, because it's just grab, throw, then the brawn one's immediately after.
So, as we run up to him, I'm going to say, "Move, bitch!"
Get out the way.
And I'm giving him the finger as my tall and powerful boyfriend grabs him and throws him.
That would be a 15 for the weapon attack.
15's a connection. You're grappling.
All right.
All right, roll that brawn.
All right. 12, 15, 16, 21.
21. All right.
9 plus 10.
Just gonna run to where there's the grappling rules, so I make sure I have those right. Because I think, Salas hasn't really done any throws.
No, he's not a throwy person.
Yep. Okay, so the rolls result divided by 5 rounded up. So what'd you roll?
21.
Okay, so then 1, 2, 3, 4 for 20, and then 21 means you throw 5 squares. Which
Cool.
means directly into the other dude.
Cool.
Perfect.
I'm just gonna run to the bathroom.
That is exactly what I want.
Yeah, so, like, I think... So I only have a speed of 8.
I only have a speed of 5.
So I'm still 4 meters away.
I have a speed of 12.
Yeah, so you could get there.
You could make it, yeah.
But you would be in the way of everyone.
Well, when Will gets back, I'm wondering if the building is small enough that I could...
We're outside, aren't we?
It's a tunnel, isn't it?
Oh.
No, that's why I have to ask Will.
Yeah.
So we went up the elevator, so we're no longer in Echelon 1.
Yeah.
Which should be outside.
But that would be the platform.
I thought we were outside. But...
No, because we just came up the elevators, which would mean we're still in the tunnel.
Right, because
But
the mine starts up there, but it's a tunnel.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll have to ask Will.
So I'm just gonna charge them and attack the arrow people.
So, Saladrol, it's not my fault that I have a speed of 5. Trunk wears full plate. What else am I supposed to have?
I'm banking on the fact that because they're holding
Hey, you leave
arrows...
my boyfriend alone, bitch ass!
I'm banking on the fact that because they have, like, their bows out, they can't really attack me. So it's gonna take them a turn to switch to their, swords.
The Mad Mongrel approach.
Fucking Mad Mongrel approach.
Yes. So are we outside or are we inside a tunnel still?
So your elevator has gone up, so the elevator building is basically just the top of the shaft, so like the door opens into the outdoors. But this is effectively, the elevator itself is like a 10 by 10 room.
I see. So we're inside the room, doors to the outside.
Yeah. And then as you charge out, that's where, like, outdoors where all the guards are.
I see.
Oh, okay.
So just in case I missed anything while I was gone, you threw
Yes.
Absolution charged forwards.
Yes.
Right. So, because they're 12 squares away, you guys want to learn the running mechanics?
Yes.
Alright, so you can use your main turn action in lieu of an attack to run, which is basically you add your physical modifier as squares.
Oh, that would make it to 12, I think. Well, because my speed is 8, plus my physical is 4, so that'd be 12,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So I'd make it.
You would definitely make it.
So I make it, right?
Yep.
Okay, and they still have their bows out.
Just keep running
Yep.
through.
They're overwhelmed.
Can I... Yeah, so... While running, can I do the shield bash?
100%.
Okay, I'm going to do the shield bash
That's like the best time to do a shield bash.
on one of them. And then I want to... I don't know, would it be an off turn for me to, attack the next one?
That would be a second off turn, but yes.
Okay, I'm going to do that. Okay. Do I need to do anything for shield bash?
It's an attack, so roll an attack.
You do need to yell a fun one-liner, though.
Absolution's not much of a talker.
Or describe how you're Captain America.
Yeah, you got to give us some pizzazz.
Because Captain America doesn't have fun one-liners.
I'm
Sure he does. America's ass.
I've got America's ass.
I can do this all day. It's kind of his thing.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, so what am I? Is it just brawn or
Absolution just
Weapon?
rolls up.
Okay.
I can do this all day.
He has sort of a posh accent, does he not?
Yeah.
15 for the shield bash?
Alright, you bear down on these guys, and basically what happens is you hold up your shield and you're like, ah, and you're sprinting. You, Trunk, move very slowly as an 8-foot massive meat and plate, and you see the Sky Touch just running like Elmira speeds. So as you're running up, you feel like thunk, 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 some more arrows. As they come down, you look up while they're reloading, and you see terror in their faces. You sort of grin, and you don't put down the shield, and you don't stop running. The one in the middle of the group that's sort of tying them together, you just bodily hurl from the line.
Perfect.
It works, it
And
works.
then I'm going to turn and attack one of them, just like with my sword
All right.
for 16.
16. Not
Yes.
bad. So both of them have been weakened somewhat. The one that was thrown was weakened as well, but all the guards are still standing. Has everybody had a chance for their actions?
I haven't done anything yet, except for yell. So I'm charging in after Absolution and throwing knives at the ones that Absolution attacks.
What's your speed?
12.
Okay, you don't have to throw knives. You could just grab your kukris and get a flanking bonus just by moving opposite Absolution and
Sure.
enemy heat.
Yeah.
Do it.
All right. I'm going left. That is a 16 plus 5 is 21 for Shield Bash Man.
All right, and you're a knave, I believe. So I think you have another bonus on top of that when not flanking, so an extra +5. Or am I mistaken?
Yes. Plus 5 grapple, no non-flanking penalty. Retrieve thrown weapons as free action. Deal damage to enemies while retrieving weapons from them. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Okay, so I guess it is just the +5, but still.
Yeah, so that's 26.
Yeah, so as the archer is sort of reeling and trying to move away from someone right in front of him and grab an arrow, he turns around and just sees you jab this knife right into his throat and hurl him to the side.
Sheesh.
Nice.
Solid.
So then she also did a big, Absolution did another big swing on another guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to off-turn to attack that one too.
Yep.
And, as a little insult to injury, can I do it with an arrow from the quiver of the guy I just ganked?
Yep, you've got enough room now that you ganked the dude that you can fire off a shot.
All
Because
right.
you also have a short bow, correct?
I do, yeah. So I'm pulling out a short bow and taking the arrow from his quiver. So there's a little insult to injury thing. I'm shooting him right in the head. Right in the head.
Also, it's just good supply management, really.
Exactly. It's 11
Use
plus
someone
5
else's
is
supplies.
16.
Yeah.
16, alright. So yeah, you fire off a shot that lands in the dude's leg. Nowhere important, because you were sort of rushed and it's an arrow you're not used to, but the dude yelps out in pain.
I go...
Right as you do that, the dude looks at you and goes to grab a knife before you see he's hit with something bright and pale, and you see his face flash freeze as he falls to the ground.
Man.
Steelfist runs around the corner. You see him roll past you. He moves opposite the one that you threw and the one that he knocked down, and he leans in with a nice slug to the gut of the one.
I can throw people to Steelfist.
Hey, don't get jealous here. That's my job.
Palmyra doesn't seem like the jealous type.
Yeah. So
No.
the one
She seems like the stabby type.
The one that you didn't throw while still righting himself, he turns around and, they're wearing, the ones that are with, bows, arrows, and daggers and stuff, they're wearing, brigandine light, gambeson even, just very light armor. This guy's wearing, partial plate, and as Steelfist goes in and slugs him in the gut, you see he's got, a brass knuckle that just dents the blade bodily.
Oh, God.
You actually see a little bit of puke come out of the helmet of the guy.
Oof.
Yikes.
At this point, however, the two with the halberds swing around and counterattack you guys.
Okay.
They push you each back 2 squares. Trunk and Steelfist. 10. So you take 18 damage.
My threshold is 18, so no.
All right, so straight up, these guys, they're using halberds, and they kind of have a hook tip. Using it to push, he sort of locks it into the side of your plate and pushes you back, but the halberd touches you, then pushes you, and then lets go.
Man.
I miss being beef, boys.
Meanwhile,
so much fun.
the remaining archer that hasn't gone down is bolting towards the nearest building, going, "They've overwhelmed the elevator!" He frantically turns back and fires a shot at Elmira.
Who's going to use one last option to dodge?
It's a 12.
Oh, come on. Oh, okay. I just barely dodge.
Nice.
Just
Quality shit.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, you sort of like, you're running at him, and as you see him, like, knock a shot, you just sort of go, shook, and keep running.
Gonna have to try harder than that, bitch boy!
Alright, the guards having been overwhelmed, the one that's running uses his off turns to just move as fast as fucking possible away from you guys. The two that are being flanked, they're desperately fighting back, so they fire off 2 off-turn, like, onslaughts towards Steel Fist and Trunk. Right, so the first attack against Trunk is a 12, the second is another 12.
Okay, so are you totaling that as 24, or are you saying that it's attack of 12, so I take no damage?
You would take no damage.
Cool.
So yeah, you're just sort of sitting there like, as like, you can't hear this, of course, because you're Trunk and you're deaf, but you know when you see something and you can hear a picture?
Yeah.
Like, you see him going, and you're like, you can almost hear the clanging and desperation. Meanwhile, there's one attack that lands on Steel Fist, who's for the large part unarmored, and as the guy with the polearm starts to close in, overwhelmed, Steel Fist has to back off a bit.
Cool.
So
Back to your turns.
Running man. He's running in a specific direction.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a convenient tree within maybe, let's say, 12 squares minus tree climbing movement that I could hide to ambush anybody that comes from that direction?
There are certainly trees, but for the most part, you guys are in like an open green.
Okay.
How far away is that man?
By now, he would be... Yeah, he'd be about 15 squares away, 16.
Okay.
Oh, this poor bastard. Yeah, so 15 squares.
So you could run.
I'm sprinting after him.
Mm-hmm.
So I have 12 movement, and then a sprint is +5. So with one off turn, I catch up to him, and I'm going for his legs first. This poor fool tried to run.
Go for the thigh.
Go for the juicy thigh meat.
Juicy thigh.
Not a great roll, honestly. Could have done better
For some juicy thigh meat.
on the thigh meat roll. That's a 13.
All right, you do manage to hack the guy in his like sort of the hamstring, which knocks him to the ground.
And then I'm
He seems to be going for his belt, but he's too frantic to do anything. In actual mechanical terms, straight up, this dude is panicking and desperately trying to stab you in the throat or something, but he's out of off turn, so you're just too fast for him.
I'm showing him how it's done. Here, bud, let me give you a demonstration. Again with these rolls, come on. Okay,
That's not bad.
That's an 18.
That's solid.
That's all.
All right. So with that second one on the other leg, he's like, "Ah!" and just collapses.
I'd spit on him.
Are the 2 archers that were next to me, are they like down?
Yep.
Okay.
You took him down.
I walk my main turn speed towards... I guess...
There were other archers in that area. weren't
No, there was only 3 of them. Right?
There are only 3. That being said, the guards with the halberds are still kicking.
And there was the group of archers that fired at me, wasn't there? Or was that...
Same group.
Those same group.
Oh, okay.
Question, how much stamina did we start at? Ready? Or...
Yeah, you would have been ready.
Yeah.
Okay. This is important.
Well, are we back to our main turn? Because I don't think I've made an attack.
You
Yeah,
haven't had your main turn.
Yeah.
That was my turn.
I walk my main turn speed towards the boys with the halberds.
All right.
And I'll just take out my, have my greatsword and chop at the guy with the halberd.
All right. Roll some of that damage.
Nice.
Never doing that again. Alright, so let's see. That's a solid 18 for that. The plus 2 damage from Warrior gets me 25.
25.
Literal max damage.
3
I
sixes.
can roll.
So, Halberd Dude, as he's going, you're like, and then you do the same thing with your greatsword, and you go right through, like, the slit in his helm.
Oh, God.
That's how you fight an enemy in plate.
Well, it's not that. It's just, can you imagine the sound that it would make as you...
He's deaf.
Yeah, I wouldn't hear it.
Oh, man.
But I imagine it would sound a whole lot like King Arthur from Holy Grail versus the Black Knight. Just kind of throws his sword.
Right.
Does the exact same thing.
But also the screeching of metal as it
Yeah.
passes through the... Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
The one with the halberd that's still kicking is sort of like turning around and looking at everyone. Steelfist locks eyes with you and nods. Do you nod as well?
Yes.
All right. He quickly, like, bum rushes the other dude and slogs him right in the gut. With a plunk, he comes flying right at Absolution.
I take out my sword and, like, slice him.
All right, roll that damage.
14.
All right. So as this dude comes at you with high velocity, you sort of, like, get ready, and then at the last moment, you use your shield to sort of deflect the blow, and you just shoof. And the guy just kind of rolls on the ground with, like, a blood.
Nice. Is he down?
Yep.
Perfect.
You guys have taken them all down by now.
All right, let's keep going to the docks.
Which docks?
I'm assuming the main docks that the actual guards know about.
Well...
The only docks that we really know about are the main... Like
There's the
ones
main dock that we came in from,
Yeah.
and then there's the docks by that weird mansion place.
Not those docks.
Not those docks. Like, yeah, I was
Do we
thinking
know
this-
where the ferry usually comes from?
The ferry usually comes from the main docks. Everything comes from the main docks, as far as you know.
Okay. Main docks.
Main docks.
Main docks!
Main docks.
All right. You guys start running down the road towards the main docks. You see that there's seemingly like the latest arrivals. There's a group of, like a massive group of almost like 50 guards that are charging down the road. They don't see you.
We can't fight 50.
Are these the new arrival of guards? Or new
Yeah.
arrival... Yeah, okay.
Okay, we should duck into like a building or something, or into some bushes.
Yeah, absolutely. But if these are new arrivals, is the boat still there?
Oh no, I mean like new arrivals to the fight.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You guys
If they
actually
were new
haven't...
arrivals off the boat, they'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Well, that was an important part of my new strategy. But okay, yeah, I'm hiding.
Yeah. Let's duck and hide somewhere.
All right, everybody roll me some grace or delicate or brawn, however you want to describe how you're hiding.
Ooh.
Getting some brawn on this one.
Like, I'm assuming there's bushes. I'm just lower into the bushes.
I don't know how.
I move a
good
barrel
brawn
in front of me, or like something in front of me. That's my brawn roll. I roll 13.
And I think it'd be really fun if the bushes were kind of shaped like Elmira, and the barrels sort of had like a absolution sort of shape, and we're still like lined up there, and we just kind of crouch below our respective covers.
I'm also going to be moving some boxes. Like, I imagine that for me, it's more so stacking stuff in front of me for 22.
All right, you guys sort of look around. Elmira basically is just kind of like running by the path, and then almost... what did you roll?
I rolled a... I fiddled the dice after we roll it.
I'll accept it.
Yeah, that was a 23.
Yeah, so as everyone else is sort of scampering, like, Grace and Charity take advantage of the cover that you guys are building and use it. You guys, like Absolution and Trunk, kind of like bring a bunch of boxes together and barrels and make sort of like a little alcove they can hide behind. As this happens, Steelfist goes full weeaboo and just runs up, and because you guys are in a jungle path, goes tree trunk, hidden.
Wow.
Nice.
Show off.
There's a whole bunch of guards that just and you see them fanning out and searching the town.
To the docks.
To the docks!
I guess we don't really have a plan, do we?
No, not really.
Yeah, we have a plan.
If,
Don't fuck shit up, that's the plan!
If the rioters secure the docks, we basically win. We control the supply. That was my logic when I came up with the plan in my head, and that's what I'm sticking to.
Well, we make sure Tammy gets a closed casket.
Alright, as you guys run down, you see that there are 2 large galleys, and these are like open top galleys, so you can see one of them is all like tools and stuff being unloaded. Another one is almost full, and it's a big ore freight shipment.
Are either of them guarded?
Actually, not in the slightest. All of the guards are responding to an emergency situation. Actually, anybody want to roll understand?
I will.
It'll be mental understand.
I'll roll it. As well as if anyone else wants to roll it.
Well,
Elmira does not care to understand. Just
can we
straight
roll
up.
separate rolls? I guess if you have a better roll than me.
Nope.
Can I roll a separate roll?
We'll do it one by one.
Okay.
There's a 4, there's a 5, that's a 10.
10. Yeah, the guards must have been, like, responding to this situation, but that's a lot, isn't it? Now roll.
7.
7. However, you are able to use your companion's previous judgment. You're right. They are responding to the situation, but that's way more than should be responding to the situation. Whatever's going on must be way bigger than just you guys.
Elmira likes her knives. That was a 1. So, like, I'm gonna ask.
We should
must
take
be
them all on.
Everybody must be rioting. Like, just
All right,
freaking out.
I'm gonna run up to the galley. How many people are there? Like, is this a crew of 12 or a crew of like?
I was gonna say
it's maybe like 12. It's all deckhands. The crew has left the boat, and for the most part, these guys aren't fighters. They kind of just like, whoa, like move out of the way as you run forwards. They don't care about defending the boat.
I would like to think.
I was gonna say they're actually not a part of like the island. They won't join us in a riot.
If they
because
were going
they're
to take prisoners, which of these boats would they put them on?
As you look them over, neither of them are even remotely suitable for prisoners.
This polys aren't the boats that we're looking for.
No. Yeah, like
We should go to the mansion because I guess would Absolution know about the vision?
Probably not. Probably not. We haven't spent much time with her to
No.
have explained it.
Well, there is one more dock.
Yeah, because we are looking for our
There's one
friends,
more
right?
dock.
Let's go to that dock.
Actually, can I pull you aside for a moment?
Yes.
Off camera.
Ooh.
While you guys think about stuff.
Off-camera sneaks. This is nice. We're not yelling at each other.
I know. Well, I'm yelling.
Well, you're yelling.
I'm still yelling, but I'm not yelling at you.
Yeah.
Which is like, man, it is funny because we're always at each other's throats.
Which is great, because this is literally, like, the only characters that we've ever done that to.
I know.
Like, our last characters got along so well.
I know. Oh, man.
Our last characters was, like, it was David the performer and Mongrel the guy who wanted, like, plays written about him. And so it just worked out really well.
Okay, to the docks.
To the docks!
And I start sprinting.
I'll follow, equally sprinty. Although less actual speed, but equal effort.
I turn to the deck and say, "You want a riot?"
The deckhands look at you and they're like,
Riot! Riot!
alright.
I'm like, we're already gone.
Okay, so as you say that, roll perform, just for volume.
3.
3. So you go, riot! It isn't enough for people to hear, and the deckhands sort of go, wait, what? And then one of the deckhands near the end of, like, the head of the ship goes, who's rioting? And then you hear off the ship, rioting? And then there's another roar. You guys see a lot of the people hanging around, like, moving carts and hauling around goods have abandoned their work and started rioting.
Nice.
We control the docks. Good job, Elmira.
Yeah.
Okay, to the mansion.
Okay, you guys run down the path before seeing that this, like, the sort of town, quote unquote, it's barely a hamlet, but the settlement around the elevator on the top of the, the island is being searched heavily. There's a contingent of maybe 25 or so guards. A lot of them have gone down, but these guards are moving in groups of 2 or 3, searching all of the side paths and stuff like that.
Do we have to go through this town to get to the...
Yeah.
Is there anything large in metal that I can fire an arrow at to make a lot of noise?
Oh yeah, the casing of the actual elevator building is brass steel, dwarven.
And that's in the opposite direction of where we want to go, right?
It's in the middle of town.
So middle of town, but we're here, and where we're trying to get to is here. So because of distraction here, all the guards will go there.
We can skirt around.
Yeah, I'm notching an arrow and firing it at the loudest looking part of it.
All right, roll a weapon.
Not bad. Not bad
Pretty
at
good.
all.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's an 11, 14, 19.
19. All right, you knock a shot and then hesitate. You sort of, like, as these guys are trying to avoid being seen, you sneak through the woods a little bit before getting the right angle. You reel back so you're perfectly square, and you fire off right in the middle of that, like, a big side panel. It sounds like a fucking bell, like a boom. You guys notice everyone turn towards this elevator and start moving in that direction.
Okay, let's go. Like, I think not directly through, but, like, you know, behind buildings and stuff.
Yeah, stealthily.
Yeah.
In a careful manner.
I don't hear any of it.
No, but you see us, like...
I could see them turn, and I saw Elmira fire.
Yeah.
So I could put 2 and 2 together.
You can put 2 and 2 together.
Right. You guys scamper towards one of the buildings. You're actually behind the bank when Elmira hears, "It's a distraction. They're somewhere here."
Nice. Okay, how... In terms of, like, the town, where's the bank in comparison to the road we're trying to get to?
From here, basically, from where you were coming on the road, it's about the exact same. Like, you guys went road, then the road leads into town where there's the circle, there's, like, the elevator, there's, like, the big main commissary. Here's where the bank is. You guys ran behind, and then you can go there to the trail.
They would chase us if we were to sprint it.
Are there guards? And these guards, they're mostly human, right?
They're actually very, very much like multi-species. There's no real tendencies here. For the most part, everyone working here comes from elsewhere. The one through line, and a very common through line, is that a lot of the people here are sky-touched, but there's dramatically fewer sky-touched as, like, guards.
Okay.
We could just run it.
Well, they'll chase us.
Okay, I'm thinking, if we have somebody go to the elevator, make a distraction, and go down the elevator, they'll realize it wasn't a distraction.
What if we just yell out, "They're by the storehouse," and they'll run to the storehouse?
At this point, Steelfist of all people seems to be ready, and he's reeling back to belt something out. He sort of pauses and goes,
Everyone come quick! They're going down the main road!
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, but I had no performance.
That's about as jarring as it is in real life.
Okay.
You see them all running in that direction, and you guys have a clear.
Okay,
I thought
let's
my
go.
voice was weird.
Okay, I start going.
All right. Everyone roll Grace.
But she's right there.
Got him. 13.
18. Oh, God.
6.
6. Okay. So as everyone's running, for the most part, everyone gets through all right. You see out of the corner of your eye, there's a guard turning to look between the trees you're at, and as you sort of turn and start to dive towards one of the bushes, you trip bodily and fall over. The guard looks at you and goes, "Hey, hey, hey! They're still here!" Grace and Charity both help drag you back up, and you make your way towards the road.
Keep going.
You looking back, it looks like there's a group of maybe 6 guards following you. All of them are sort of just standard issue guards, shield, halberd.
Now, when you described this path previously, there's lots of real tall trees.
Oh yeah.
Is there a corner where I could scramble up one to get sort of a aerial drop down on these 6 guards as they go past us?
Are you familiar with the abilities, benefits and drawbacks you get from being a squirrel folk?
I am. You can climb up things the same way you walk along things using squares of movement.
The canopy here, because this is a proper jungle, is dense enough that straight up you can go up the trees and follow on the top of this path.
That's what I'm doing. I'm giggling to myself maniacally.
Yeah, I would like to, duck behind some trees and wait for them to get closer.
All right.
I'm going to move past, because I'm assuming they're all ahead of me because I face planted. And when they, once I see them spring their trap, I'm going to turn to the 6 guards and make myself the target.
I am going to turn to Steel Fist, and as we're running, kind of explain to him the plan, and explain that big guy's bait. We're gonna hide.
All right. He nods and just sort of rolls into the ditch nearby.
Now, can I do a roll for actually becoming the bait and drawing their attention?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
That's performance. That's you.
Woohoo!
Sweet. So that's 5, that's 10. That is 15. That is a 16. So I'm just gonna kind of have my great sword in my one hand and just kind of
Okay, so you ham it up. As these guards are turning around, you sort of put on a face an oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, and then you sort of do kind of a I'm scared, but I'm courageous, and you yell out almost purposefully making it sound nervous to bait them in. You're At this signal, these guys start charging in, and they form up with 3 shields in the front, 3 halberds behind. They start moving towards you, and past you, and under you.
I move in.
Yeah, I'm dropping in 2 knives, one for each eyeball of the middle back halberd man.
All right. Which one are you going for?
I'll go for the guy that's closest to me, so one of the guys on the side.
All right, so you'd be halberd on the right, and then Steel Fist goes for the halberd on the left.
Okay.
All right, you guys have a surprise round, including Trunk. So you guys all have 1 round to act, and then you'll have a second round to act.
Okay. I attack weapon. 14.
All right, you hack into this guard who sort of turns around and is "We're being flanked! We're being flanked!" They sort of rush and panic and try to turn around each other. At this point, when that's mentioned, the guards with halberds throw them on their backs and draw their weapons, but they don't have enough time to attack. You guys are doing stuff.
All right. Eye number 1. 9, 10, 11. 13 plus 5 is 18. And do we get a flanking bonus?
Yep.
And what is the flanking bonus? Is that plus 5?
Yeah, plus 5, I believe.
Okay, so that's 23 for his right eye.
Oh yeah, my attack would have been would have also been +5 then.
In this case, it's just because like Elmira's doing a full-on drop from above thing.
Oh, okay.
You're flanking with the ground.
Nice.
So yeah, you come down and that guard barely managed to avoid a dagger in the eye. Give a few deep cuts in the places you can reach through armor, but you're in the midst of them.
And that would be an 18 for me as well. I'm assuming I don't get flanked because I'm attacking the shield guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Only Elmira is flanking right
Yeah,
now.
that's what I thought. Yeah, so that's a solid 18 damage for me on middle shield.
Okay. So, are you doing anything or just a swing?
Just a swing.
Okay. The middle shield braces against the attack, and the other ones sort of move in unison, like shield, whoa, and they tank the hit.
Nice.
Bastards. They don't even have a cool design on their shield.
I know.
Grace and Charity aren't good for this kind of melee, so they sort of back off to keep themselves safe.
I'm taking an off turn to stab his other eye because I forgot to do that. Fuck you, boy! That's 8, 10, 15, 20, 30.
Takes him down. But this time it hits. You go inside the shield and you hear like a rah! Hurl him to the ground. As this happens, the shield wall is sort of like braced up like shield wall, and you see Steelfist coming in through that hole Elmira just made. He nods to you.
I nod back.
All right. There's a flash of light as he slugs in the mid-back the dude with the shield in the middle of their formation. For 9, that'd be 13, so 17, I believe. A bit higher than that, yeah. The one with the shield is still kicking, but looks seriously weakened as he's, like, falling over in your direction. Roll it. And you have flanking.
Good. Gonna need it. 5. It's 10, 15, 17. Yep. 17.
That's enough to do it. As the guy comes towards you, he's sort of falling over, and as he stands up, you just you bust open the chains and take this dude down through his armor. Alright, it was a surprise round, which means the people who are surprised only get their off turns, and they use them, so it's your turn again.
Whew. So, there's the 2 halberd guys left.
Another attack on the guy I was attacking. Nice.
I like that how we had this set up was they
you're
came
flanking.
at us like this.
I'm flanking?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then we just
Steelfist.
cut right through the
15.
middle, so now it's actually like 2 groups.
Alright. What was the first attack? It was similar, right? Like a 16?
It was like a 13, I think. Yeah.
Okay. So this second hit still doesn't take down the one with the halberd, but the one with the halberd is clearly trying to like block and keep these blows at bay and using their effort to do that.
So, while he's distracted with Absolution, can I just stab him in the back?
100%. You have a flanking bonus right now.
Or I guess in the butt, because that's kind of where I would reach, but...
Oh no, you're a squirrel folk. If you want to, you scamper up people like trees and stab them in the back.
I'll do that then.
I mean, very light ass armor. A lot of ancient armor neglects the ass.
Have you seen someone get attacked by a squirrel in a cartoon?
Oh god.
Like, it just kind of goes at their face and they're like, ah, ah, ah. It's just going, like, that's straight up how you fight against
Chest
big
bursts.
people.
That's a 28 to stab this fool right in the back.
Alright, so as you're hacking, this dude with the halberd is sort of going, block, block, block.
I'd like to
Down.
whisper in his ear, behind you, bitch!
So now it's just...
So Elmira speaks just enough Westron to hear the word fuck.
Okay,
Oh
so...
my gosh, you knew!
Okay, so we got... So we got the shield, the halberd boys. Did we get a shield boy? There was a...
Yeah, 1 shield boy down, 2 halberds
I
down.
thought 3 halberds were down.
Nope.
No.
One left.
1 left, okay.
1 halberd, 2 shields.
Elmira dropped on 1 and killed
Yep.
the 1, and that was the one that you were attacking.
Okay, I'd like to off-turn to attack another the last halberd boy.
Alright.
Oof. It's fine.
You have flanking. Presumably you're moving around and Steelfist is still helping you sort
Yeah.
of flank.
Okay, 15. Or, yes, 15, yes.
All right. With a 15, you... are you counting the +5?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, with the 15, you sort of... You're not necessarily the biggest damage dealer. For the most part, you anchor a line and you keep people moving. So you're sort of just attritioning the one with the halberd is sort of panicking. That being said, your distraction proves easily enough for a 12, 22, 26, 31 from Steel Fist.
Nice.
You see him basically, like, leap up, and he does one of these moves.
Oh, God.
Like the illegal in MMA, like, jump punches, and you see him go right down on the helm of this halberd fighter you're against, and it caves.
Oof.
There's sort of a down.
Now there's only 2 shield boys.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I will go for a swing on a shieldy boy.
All right.
That's 15, that is 20, that's 22.
All right. You get a nice big cleave in on the shield user. They seem weakened for the most part. Someone else is probably going to be able to take advantage of that.
And I'm going to move in between the two shieldy folk, so it's like the actual group of us. Basically, I have Elmira behind me.
All right, yeah. So now everyone in the group is flanked.
Awesome.
Anybody else not had a chance to use their actions?
I believe I used mine.
Yeah.
Okay. Grace, or was it Grace or Charity who was casting? I think it was Charity. Yeah.
Charity.
Charity sends off a pot shot fire towards the one that you just attacked, the shield user, for 5, 9, plus flanking is +5, so 14. Still going, but the dude is singed from the back and seems ready to go down.
All right. Let's return to turn order then, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. The ones with the shields move to break the flanking and try to form some semblance of a unit behind Trunk. They unleash 2 swings against Trunk. That'll resolve once he's back from the other room. How you guys doing? How's your day going?
Good.
How about that weather?
Oof. It's nice for once, which is great because it means we can take the kids outside.
And presumably by kid you mean dog.
Oh, by kids, I mean kids.
Oh right, yeah. You do a people job with
I do a people job with kids.
with the little peeps.
The little piece.
I figured you needed water because you were doing a very high-pitched voice.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You are subjected to 2 swings, a 13 and a 14.
None of them do anything. I laugh again.
Yeah, so you're sitting there, you're like straight up decked in like full plate and a greatsword, so you're basically just sitting there laughing because everything that they throw at you, you can either block or not care that you fail to block.
Alright.
All right.
Excuse me.
It's back to you guys. The shield users use their off turns to retreat down the path. They move about 4 squares away. They don't really get much distance, but it's enough so that they're like broken off separate from your unit.
Are they moving towards up the path or down towards the docks?
Up the path.
Shit.
Is it our turns again?
Yep.
How far away are they?
4 squares.
I attack. I do a weapon. 18.
All right. You rush in against the weakened one. You sort of like move leading with the shield and then use it to block a weapon as you go underneath one of their bits of armor and take one down. Only one boy left.
I would like to... I'm trying to think of what I have and what I could use. I want to make it so he can't scream, not necessarily do damage to him, but as a way to grapple him
Cut his tongue off.
Well, that seems like an attack that Will would make me do really high roll to cut off someone's tongue mid-combat, but is there a roll I can do to, like,
Actually,
stuff a boot in someone's mouth, or...
Are you familiar with these stealth attacks from older editions?
Absolutely, I was there. Will, I was there!
Excellent. So you'll be aware that you have one in-game minute, basically, if there's no one else to stop them, and there's only one guy left to basically run in and be like, "That's right, choke, motherfucker."
That's what I'm doing, and, like, it's not so much I jump up and drag him to the ground. I'm still hanging off of his neck, trying to strangle him. Well, weight's not quite enough to bring him down, but lack of oxygen will do that. I'm sure of it.
Yep, it's not too difficult for you to maneuver up and move to a place where the guy can't peel you off. He slowly resists.
As Elmira's doing that, I'm just going to start grabbing the corpses and moving them into the forest.
Yep, you chuck them off the edge of the ditch, and it's jungle. It's very easy for them to be hidden.
Okay, let's keep going.
Alright, and once he's unconscious, if Trunk's not going to stop me, I slit his throat.
I don't stop her.
Okay, you guys run down the path, eventually reaching the dock. You see that it's been abandoned, but there's a couple of... actually, were either Trunk or Elmira there when they investigated?
We would have. Mm-hmm. We would have been.
Okay, you guys see that there's a couple of chests that have been left behind, like... almost like they're stacked up being ready to be stored somewhere on the side of the building. You see way too distant to even like swim after. There's sails from a prison galley departing. You note, however, they're not heading west towards Celestia. They're heading north.
What's north of where we are?
North of where we are would be like New Farm Market, wouldn't it?
Now, do we know how much time it would take for a boat to get that far versus how much time it would be since our friends were captured?
Yeah, your friends are probably on the boat.
Fuck!
Nice. Okay.
Shit!
Back to the other dock.
Fuck!
And we gotta convince the other boats.
Probably the one that's not weighed down by ore.
Yeah.
That we gotta go after that boat.
Okay, back to the other docks.
Okay,
I'm gonna check the crates first.
Okay, let's check the crates.
I am prying open one of them.
you look through, you see just like, it's just things, like a bit of oil, like a book you don't recognize, and a chain with a weight on the end of it. This is your PC gear that's been loaded into these chests. Your PCs have been stripped down to just tunic and breeches, and everything is left behind here.
A chain.
Now, here's a quick question. Would Leland's knives be of any interest to Elmira in terms of quality and staffy?
Elmira basically, like, almost forgets to mention that this is your ally's stuff because she finds the knives and is enthralled with them.
I'm keeping them. Elmira's keeping them.
All right.
Leland's prize knives? Oh, she's gonna stab some folks with these.
Okay, yeah, we should probably grab the chain. Like,
I'll grab it. I'll grab the trunk, and I'll start carrying it back.
how many chests were there? Probably just
There were 4.
4.
The stuff has been moved to better optimize and fill the space. One of them is particularly heavy, so Charity and Grace both take over one side of it, and then there's 3 left that can be picked up.
I will pick up as many as Forbron can pick me up.
You're able to stack a second one on top of the first.
Why are we even bothering with this shit? We gotta get moving!
I grab another one.
They're going to need their stuff.
I mean, we got the good stuff, we got the chain, we got the knives. Everything else is useless. Let's move, let's move!
Don't be an asshole!
You don't be an asshole! We're trying to save their lives here!
Anyway, I grab another chest. So we now have all 4 of them. Let's go.
Yep, you're moving. You
Back to the other docks.
You head slowly up the trail because you guys are weighed down by gear, and it's quiet.
I'm scouting ahead then, because I'm not weighed down with gear, because I'm practical. Man, every character I play becomes an asshole.
To be fair, Elmira kind of started as an asshole.
Yeah.
Alright, as you walk into the town, it's eerily quiet.
I'm stealthing. What do I roll to stealthily approach the town?
That'd probably be Grace, just to kind of duck, dive, roll.
I roll an 8 Grace. I don't know.
That's-
If
Three-
anybody
is
can
that
pick
three?
up right now. That's 3 1s. Bring that up.
Yeah.
My disgrace. for all
3 1s and a 2. Oh wait,
Dis-
no, did you
No,
remember?
wait,
No,
just
that's just
3
3
1s.
1s.
What did you just call that?
a disgrace.
A disgrace, you say?
Oh.
All right, so
Yikes.
it doesn't actually matter. You like dive behind something and you snap a twig and you're like, but this entire like area is just empty.
Try and stealth towards the elevator, accidentally roll into it.
No! Splat! Can't anger my way out of that one.
The roar you guys hear is loud from elsewhere. You guys are near enough to the crack that you can kind of hear the echoes vaguely. As you make your way down the road to the docks, you start to see bodies. Bodies and bodies and bodies. There's a lot of dead rioters along this road. As you get down to that sort of main area, you see that one of the boats, the ore-filled one, has actually drifted off. You guys could still get it if you tried hard enough, but it's lost its anchorings and is probably like 10, 20 meters out to sea, just slowly with the tide going a bit further.
Is the other boat still there?
Yep, and it's abandoned. Looking around, there's maybe 30, 40 corpses around here. There's a few guards, but it's almost all rioters.
So Trunk's backstory was he grew up on a ship, right?
Mhm.
So I can immediately just start prepping to cast off, right?
Yep.
All right.
As you do that, you notice that Steel Fist is right there with you.
Sweet.
I'm going to run to the bathroom again because I've had only really the one beer, but a lot of caffeine.
Caffeine is, yeah.
It's a diuretic.
You watch your tongue.
This is what's great about having 4 people here, because you can't get away with this shit on a 1 to 2 people Twitch stream.
No, it sucks. Genuinely is the worst thing ever when you just have to go to the bathroom like midstream, because it's like, all right, so I've got, let's see, 5 people watching me, and if I go to the bathroom, I'll come back and there will be 2 people watching me.
Yeah. What you gotta do is you gotta stream midstream, if you know what I'm saying.
It's key to bottle.
Yeah, totally. That's hygienic.
It's not unhygienic. I mean, wash the bottle before and after, you're good, you know?
What do you think you're drinking out of?
Well,
Everyone knows that Green Lantern
Come
is
on.
the piss poor DC hero. So.
he is weak to things that are yellow. Just, if you peed on Green Lantern, he'd have no recourse. Oh, stop it, dude! Stop it! No! Well, he wouldn't melt, but he wouldn't be able to
I know.
summon a shark or whatever he does.
If it was Ryan Reynolds, he would definitely quote Mary Poppins. Or not Mary Poppins, fuck, no.
Mary Poppins, there was no scene where the kids piss on Mary Poppins, to my knowledge. No scene of the children, look at this, mommy, and then they pee all over Mary Poppins, and she has to use her umbrella to, like, shield from the child piss.
I can't remember the movie I'm thinking of.
You're thinking of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Nope. That's also not the movie that I was thinking of.
Will, what's that movie where a bunch of kids piss on their babysitter?
No, I'm literally thinking of Wizard of Oz. That's what
Wizard
it
of
was.
Oz.
That's what it was.
Yeah, they never go to the bathroom in Wizard of Oz.
No, they don't.
None of them are like, I wish I had a larger bladder.
No, you know that Scarecrow already does, because he just stays. That's his job. He just
Right.
stays.
So-
in the same
It's a hollowed
position
out
all day.
pumpkin.
Could I roll like an understand or something to figure out what happened here?
Yeah, go for it.
What happened to this stream? Yes, you may.
We started talking about piss. That's what happened to it.
Have you ever wondered how many, like, child deaths Mary Poppins is directly responsible for like 4-year-olds walking off of, like, 3-story buildings with umbrellas?
Now, is this in real life or in her universe?
Both.
I think in her universe it would be a problem, but in real life it might be.
It would only be a problem for the kids that she visits because no one else really sees it.
Yeah.
And also the chimney sweeps.
I got a 15.
Who are high.
Yeah.
15 for understand.
The chimney sweeps have their own magic.
Yeah.
As you look around, you notice things about the bodies that the others didn't. Based on these wounds, these are a lot of shots to the heart, to the throat. there was no attempt to capture or subdue anyone here. This was just kill, kill, kill. Wherever these guards are, they're not on order to suppress this riot, per se.
Kill squad. They make sense.
I mean, it's
Time
not
to
like
go.
they valued their lives anyway.
Time to
I'm
go.
honestly not surprised.
Okay, let's get going.
All right. So, with the total crew of Steelfist and Trunk both being competent enough sailors to lead the crew, and Elmira, Absolution, Grace, and Charity all being able to be ordered around, you guys have enough people to pilot this, but just barely. Without too much time wasted, maybe 1-2 days, you finally meet up with this prison galley about halfway between here and Redwine Keep.
Cool. I'm itching for a fight.
We're not going to jump on the prison galley.
What?
Why not?
What's your big plan?
Trunk has a good idea, why not? While everyone else is talking, you're not distracted by noise, so you see... just on the deck of the boat, there's probably 10 people. And by the size of this, Salas and all of them are not even close to the only prisoners here.
Why not? Like, this ship, it's a cargo ship, right? It doesn't have significant weaponry, right?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So, like, really our only recourse, if we want to save them, before they get to areas where there will be more guards, would be to attack now. Because if we wait for them to
You're right.
get to land, then there will just be more guards.
You're right. Okay, let's do it. Let's attack now.
Fuck yeah, boys!
Okay, you unfurl the sails and start moving fast towards this boat. However, with the number of people you have, you're basically going to have to jump ship and hope you can commandeer this one, because you're not going to be able to keep the other one level. The other one's going to be unmanned.
Are there life rafts on this ship? No? Damn it. I was
gotta-
going to say we can buccaneer in the dead of night.
Actually, no, there's a skiff off the back.
Now, boats generally just sail through the night, though.
Yeah, but the idea is that you get close enough to them in order to actually do that, because oftentimes manually rowing will be faster than wind if it's like dead.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So you just kind of dead of night, get into a small ship, go up with a bunch of people, slaughter everyone in their sleep.
Are we close enough to see what the guards are armed with?
No.
Okay.
You are close enough to know that they're not wearing metal and they don't seem to have large weapons of any kind.
How are we going to get their stuff onto the ship? Like, are we just going to throw it up there?
That is an excellent question. I would say that we not take their shit and instead try and, like...
You're overthinking it. Once we get the ship, we can do whatever the fuck we need to do.
Grace and Charity look up. We're basically slated to splatter if we go on that mission. What if we just hold on to this stuff, anchor down, and wait for you to come back?
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good. We can take, like, their base weapons.
Are you sure? I got some good knives for you. Real good knives.
Are you Leland?
No, but I have his knives.
Actually, Absolution and Trunk both have an extensive history of dealing with weapons. You guys are both sort of sitting there and going, huh, Leland really isn't full of shit. These are nice.
Yeah. It's kind of his one redeeming quality.
Are you defending him? I thought you didn't like this guy.
No, he's an asshole. But these knives! Look at them!
Okay, I think we should attack the ship. Let's go. Grab their main weapons.
Yeah, so I'll grab the chain and I'll go up to Elmira and just kind of go, the first thing he's going to ask for are his knives.
And the first thing I'm going to show him is these! They're mine now, bitch!
Elmira.
What? Oh, you think Leland could take me?
No.
Exactly, motherfucker!
Which is why he's going to need those knives or he's even more dead weight.
What?
You...
One knife!
One knife. One knife. I'll take the one knife from you.
And this is why we have therapy night in the party. De-escalation. We say as we're about to fucking raid a prison galley.
De-escalation immediately before massive escalation against a different target.
Alright.
But
Well-
yeah, I'll grab Leland's knife and Salus's chain. It's fine that I don't, because
I'll
I have
grab-
a spare shield, so it's fine if I don't grab Vesta's.
I'll grab Vesta's kite shield. Because that's all she really has, honestly.
Poor Vesta.
Yeah.
Just not the stabby stabs like
No.
everyone else.
Okay. A few more days pass as you're waiting for the window. You're trying to keep far enough that you can barely see them and they can't really watch you. And you're trying to wait for a moment where they actually anchor down, but they're sailing through the night. But you can too. It's tiring, but you can stretch the crew enough that you're able to get by. Eventually, they anchor down, waiting for port a little ways off from, it looks like White Abbey.
Okay, let's go. Let's
Good
do it.
representing.
We go in.
Okay, you guys make your way down to the skiff. Grace and Charity, along with you at the other end, lower it down to the water and unhook the latch. And you slowly row your way up silently to the prison galley. You make your way directly behind it so that you don't have the full sides of the side of the boat looking at you, just the people around back. And luckily, no one seems to notice until you're close enough.
The instant we're even remotely near the side, I'm leaping for it to climb up.
Alright. You slowly make your way towards the back, and it looks like there must be some sort of officer's chamber in the back, because it's like one of those nice boxy bits with all the glass. And one of them, you can see from a distance that the room has been left empty with like lanterns on and stuff. One of the windows is just cracked open enough.
For her to get in, or for me to get in as well?
For her to get in and make it so you can get in.
Alright, I'm slipping through the window as quietly as I can.
Alright, roll delicate.
I was gonna say, if that was all ones again, you just burst through the window. I'm here, motherfuckers!
14.
14. You lean up, you run up, it's easy to scamper up the side, and then you just wait. You listen, wait for some steps by the door to walk past, and then you slip on in. You take out one of Leland's knives, which is easily good enough to like go and unscrew a couple of screws holding this window in place, because it can only unscrew so far, and you get the last little bit.
Alright, that's what I'm
You
doing.
look around, and it's a boat. There's fucking rope. You quickly grab one from, like, literally, like, 2 feet away, tie it down to a piece of furniture, and chuck it over. Without expending a lot of time and energy, Absolution and Trunk and Steel Fist all clamber up the side, up that rope, and make their way in.
Okay, let's go.
Now we go to the prison.
Yep.
Or try to get there without alerting
So do we go for the guards, or do we go for the prisoners first?
You guys know
Prisoners.
a lot about boats. Where would the prisons be?
down in the hull.
Yeah.
They're the first to drown, basically.
Would there be... Now, approaching, did we see any windows in the hull? Like, in where the prisoners would be?
You notice that there are very, very small vents, like literally the size of like a modern day air vent, like the little tiny, cute, like rectangles.
Could I squeeze in?
Not even close.
Okay.
To the hall.
Okay. You guys make your way to the door. You wait till it's clear, and then you quietly open. From here, you're in a hallway. Up ahead, there seems to be a big set of doors that lead to the deck proper, and then stairs going down.
Stairs going down.
Elmira is jittering with anticipation. Like, oh, she's ready.
Okay. Looks like below here, where there are prisoners, there are guards on rotation. Some of them are sleeping in a nearby set of bunks, but you see a couple of them going back and forth. There's 2 guards who are going sort of like back and forth here, and then around a little corner, and then back and around a little corner, alternating.
Well,
Okay.
just kind of trade sign to Elmira that she should take out one of them at the peak of their rotation.
I'm nodding in agreement. But how do I have to sneak over there is what you're saying. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yep.
Come on.
So, where are you going?
Okay, so the way I have this, the way I'm picturing it, you can correct me.
Mm-hmm.
There's a hallway with cells going off the hallway.
Yep.
And then kind of like an upper level with like a kind of a catwalk where the guards are going to and from.
No, it's like an eye shape, and the set of stairs you just came down are sort of like
The top of the eye.
yeah,
Okay.
and so like from here, the guards basically go right in front of you, down the hallway, other end, and they do alternating, so they cross in the middle of that hallway.
I see. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. They cross right in front of us, basically, right?
Yep.
So when they cross, I'm sneaking up behind this guy and then killing him right when he's at the furthest end there.
All right.
Or strangling him. And I'm going to motion to Steel Fist to do the same, to sneak up behind him until they're both at opposite ends. And they can do like a little buddy wave as we're choking them out.
All right. You look forwards as you have a brief moment of clarity, and you see there's some alcoves. From here, both of you, with coordination, quietly move so that you get into the right alcoves. Tuck in. As these guys cross, they've gone down that bit where the stairs are, where basically, like, as guards pass each time, like, Trunk and Absolution are just kind of like... And as they move down those ends of the eye, they go back up. Struggle. Down.
Got him, boys. And unless Trunk's stopping me. Oh, I'm slitting his throat. Like 5 times, unless he stops me.
I'm not stopping you. I'm immediately looking for keys.
On the body that I'm, like, desecrating.
Well, on the wall, like,
Okay.
it doesn't necessarily have to be on the body.
Okay. That's a good point.
Only one of the guards has a set of keys. Curious, I'm assuming you're expert understand, right, as Trunk?
It's like untrained novice, expert master, or...
Untrained, novice, trained, expert.
I'm trained.
Okay, so untrained, yeah.
Okay, so then both of you would notice this. It seems that the one with the keys has an extra little colored band on his arm.
Is it red?
Would we know what it
Does it have a swastika on it?
Not that overt. Not that overt.
Okay. Okay, grab
Do
the
we
keys.
recognize the symbol as, like... Is there a symbol on it?
Yep, it doesn't click for you, but you recognize it as being just this guy's higher rank.
Okay.
Okay, let's keep going. Let's look for these boys.
Alright. As you look in, you see that there's a lot of other, like, former miners that are there. A couple of them seem to be getting ready to be like, please, 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 let me... And as you go, they sort of like... Wait.
I feel like that's Trunk saying shit, and I'm lying at the back, like, but like, you ready to riot, right, bitch?
Yeah.
And then
pretty-
Trunk turns to you and is like...
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Okay. And you guys make it to the end of this eye-shaped hallway and go down a level for the second eye-shaped hallway. Same rotation.
Do it again.
Same execution?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Alright. Having done this before, you and Steelfist nod to each other. You wait for the moment. They kind of like go eye like this and then back up. And then right as this guy is doing an eye, you sort of duck in, run, get to the alcoves. They come back. Struggle. Down.
Okay, let's keep looking. Are our boys here?
Alright. You get to the end of the eye and you find them there. From there, there's one last bit of stairs, but quickly looking down, you see that that's just the bilge. So there's nothing of value there.
Okay.
Okay.
Unlock
Start
them?
unlocking the cages, like, back, forward, like,
Yeah.
from the ways.
Actually, I'm going to run up ahead to act as a lookout, because I'm assuming there's one entrance to this area.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be a lookout at the front. Maybe there's a convenient place I could hide in case someone comes through, but I'm acting as lookout.
Alright. Odds or evens?
Evens.
That's
fuck.
2 odds.
Oh, fuck.
Oof.
Okay. You guys start unlocking the cells in sequence. Salus, Leland, Vesta, Elbjorn, and Red very quickly come to and get themselves in order. If you guys want to, you can start playing your PCs again with the equipment you gave them, or you can stick to where you are for the rest of the adventure.
Pass Salus the chain, pass Leland a knife.
A single knife. And Leon's like, where's the rest of them?
Presumably Elmira's just like there, like obviously holding them, and it's like, I don't know.
Trunk just doesn't say anything, he just keeps moving.
Yeah.
Leland is fuming. Like, Leland is having a rough day. Leland's very mad about that. I ain't gonna keep playing Elmira, though.
I'm gonna keep playing Absolution.
I'm going to keep playing Trunk. I might switch back to Salus. I might switch back and forth between the two.
Yeah, you guys are fully welcome to do that. Okay. So, you hear very faint, like you're a beast folk, so you have very, very good hearing. You can hear them unlatching them, and they're about halfway through this bottom floor. You're on the top one keeping watch. When you see that there's guards coming for rotation. 4 guards are coming down this hallway, getting ready to swap out with the other ones.
Fuck.
Where are the bodies?
Tucked into the alcoves. About halfway down that hallway.
And there's 4 guards coming, you say?
Mm.
1 for our floor, or 2 for our floor, 2 for the other.
Okay. We did not agree on a signal, did we?
No.
We have trade sign. We can just...
Yeah, but I'm a floor above you.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Presumably you're looking out, like if there's an eye, you can do a lookout at the other end of the eye to see the entire
Yeah,
hallway.
that's what I'm doing. So I guess I'll go down the stairs and warn you guys. Fuck! We got company!
Okay, you're staying quiet because they can hear you above. So you move down, you motion for quiet, you look towards Trunk, and you sign 4 guards coming up down the hallway, going for a guard rotation.
Will the guards that we... I mean, they'll immediately be suspicious because there's no other guards, but, will they actually see the guards?
They would if they found the bodies.
Vesta takes the keys from Trunk and continues unlocking so that you guys can take care of the guards.
Can I... No, I can't do it because I can't do it because my voice is a little too high, but maybe someone could be like, hey, check out down here and see if we can trick them. Come down here and look at the cool shit. Look at the wart on this prisoner or something, I don't know.
Alright, at that point, Steelfist nods and goes, Guys, come quick! We got a situation down here!
Okay.
He seems very self-satisfied with all these voices. You can tell that, it's almost never a relevant skill.
Trunk adds to that, and it just goes, oh god, it's real bad.
Okay, so Absolution hides next to the door, so waiting for them to come through.
Well, now they're going to think you're constipated or something.
And that's a very bad thing.
So I'm hiding by the door with Absolution.
Alright. You hear that they're charging past, and based on their distance and the patter of their feet, they haven't noticed the bodies in the alcove. They get to the door.
Okay, so I think what we should do is we should cover their mouths so they don't make noise. And I do that by going like this to everybody. Because I don't know sign language, so.
I mean, yeah.
There's 4 of them, and there's 2 of us by the door.
Well, there's 2 of us by the door, plus Trunk, plus, there's 4 of us.
Yeah, there's a lot of us.
Okay.
Plus Salus.
Yeah, I was
plus
going to say,
Leland.
Salus probably moves by the door, too. He's got his chain ready to grab,
All right.
whoever.
I guess Elmira, if there is space on the ceiling to climb up there to make room for the other attackers, that's what she'll do. But
Oh, yeah.
Vesta's
Okay.
going to continue letting out prisoners.
Salus is going to join Elmira wherever she is. Up top, in the most, difficult to reach place.
Leland is uselessly lamenting the loss of his knives.
Knife.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Leland feels the hairs on the back of his neck stick up. You have a feeling like you're being watched.
Yeah, put up the middle finger.
The feeling goes away.
Well, that seems a little bit rude to us.
It's not at you. There's somebody watching. Remember how they had my blood? You utter buffoon.
I was drunk.
I'm sorry.
Just fucking ripping into Trunk, alright. And
I was not
Trunk,
ripping into Trunk.
Trunk does not remember, because Trunk wasn't there.
Could you tell your friend to give me back my knives?
Okay, we're kind of in the middle of something, so you're not talking right now.
Okay.
Trunk ignored.
So, staying out of the way, Absolution is helping Vesta, and Steelfist is sticking around. So it's Salus, Steelfist, Trunk, and Elmira that are there waiting for the attack. Red and Elbjorn are also helping people blow because they're not exactly stealthy. As the guards come in quickly and in coordination, you guys go 1, 2, 3, 4, and you've got them. And they struggle and go down.
Perfect. Let's keep letting people out.
Yep.
Grab the weapons from the guards
Mm-hmm.
and distribute them amongst the fit members of the prisoners.
There's a few of the prisoners who, like, there's some of them who seem interested, but the ones who vocally are like, hey, I'm a fighter, I know how to use that. If you pass it to me, I'll help. Those are the ones you give priority to. Mm-hmm. You actually make through enough of them that some of the non-fighters get weapons, but for the most part, it's the fighters that are armed and ready.
You fucks ready to riot?
They grin. Everyone's been staying quiet because they know how this is going to go.
So basically, there's still just the sleeping guard, like the sleeping area that's on the floor above us.
Yeah.
Time to go kill some people in their sleep.
Okay. So currently, the list of people who are fighting and fighting capable are Trunk, Elmira, Red, Elbjorn, Salus, Vesta, Leland, Steelfist, and approximately...
Absolution?
Yeah, Absolution, and approximately 15 rioting prisoners. With the numbers you have, and the numbers you have who are unarmed, who are able to just make a stink, things go quickly and brutally. You charge into the room, and before these guards can get up, they're held down and taken out. You guys burst through the door, and the guards, panicking, fire off a few shots, but even then they're so quickly overwhelmed that they miss. Some of the guards are just thrown overboard, other ones are torn from their weapons and stripped before being thrown off, and some of them are just executed. It's a bit of a bloodbath, but before long, you guys have taken over this boat, which, by pure coincidence, is heading exactly where you want it to go.
Nice.
And I think we pick that up next week.
Nice.
Man.
Quality.
Alright, so next week you guys are going to be back to playing your good old-fashioned PCs.
Yep.
We're going to be here for part 5 of this extended adventure. And we're going to be ready to kick some ass, take some names.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we're going to be back here next week at twitch.tv/Mr. Croden at 7 p.m. on this fine Wednesday. Even though that's probably going to be 7:30. You know, you never know.
It is how it is.
If you guys are looking to watch the other episodes that have been posted, or you want to follow them at a pace that's more useful for you, you can go and check out youtube.com/Mr. Croden for where we archive those. And last but not least, if you saw what's going on and you're like, I want in on that shit, and you want to play this game, all of the rules are available online at bloodwine.fandom.com.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, thank you as always, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.